Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, all right, Giants fans. You better sit down for this one because there's a lot to unpack. Rumors are swirling around a potential blockbuster move that could reshape not only our offensive line, but the entire landscape of the NFC East. Reports suggest that the San Francisco 49ers, currently sitting at an 8-8 record but with a tight salary cap crunch, are considering trading one of their most elite offensive linemen, Trent Williams, to the New York Giants. Now I know what you're thinking. Williams, the guy's a Hall of Famer, he's a wall on the bay. And you're right. He's arguably one of the best defensive tackles in the league right now, and if this deal goes through, it could be a game changer for us. The proposed trade, according to sources close to the situation, would send Williams to the Giants in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft and a fifth-round pick in 2027. In addition, the 49ers would be freeing up around $24 million in cap space, which they could then use to extend key players or make further moves to bolster their roster. For the Giants, this is a golden opportunity, a chance to add a player of Williams' caliber to an already improving offensive line that's been a work in progress. It's like finding a missing piece of the puzzle that could elevate everything else around Daniel Jones and the offense as a whole. Now, just to give you a bit of context on Williams, he's not just a star. He's a game winner when healthy. His PFF grade over his career has been a staggering 94. 8 with run blocking at 93 and pass blocking at 96. That's elite by any standard. Even in 2025, despite dealing with an ankle injury that limited him to 13 games, Williams still managed to allow just 1 sack and registered pressures on only 16 plays. His run blocking created over 480 yards, and his EPA per block was a solid 0.13. He's been comparable to a peak Jason Peters in terms of effectiveness, with a 19% higher win rate against defensive ends and just 2 penalties all season. His yards after catch on screens and his ability to reset the pocket make him a true cornerstone of any offensive line. In terms of recent performance, Williams continues to be a dominant force. His ankle injury last season limited him, but he still performed at an extremely high level, echoing his 2024 form with 0 sacks allowed and high-quality run and pass protection. The Giants have been struggling with their offensive line, especially after losing Andrew Thomas for an extended period due to his hamstring injury, which is expected to keep him out until December. Last season, the Giants surrendered 45 sacks, and that number has been a significant concern for Daniel Jones and the entire offense. Adding Williams could drastically reduce that number, projected to be around 16 sacks if he joins, and would boost our EPA per run by approximately 15%, while also increasing our pass protection time by about 11%. It's not just about stopping sacks, though. Williams' presence on the line could create mismatches that we haven't seen in years. His ability to dominate edge rushers and open running lanes is unmatched. When you compare current Giants offensive tackles to Williams, the difference in win rate per game is staggering, about +1. 3%, giving us a real edge in the trenches. His addition would also translate into an extra 420 rushing yards, which could be a massive boost for Saquon Barkley or any running back we deploy. Remember that his impact would be comparable to what we saw with Lane Johnson's influence on the Eagles' ground game in 2022, adding around +220 rushing yards. For Daniel Jones, having a dependable and elite protector like Williams means more time to find his receivers, leading to an increase in EPA per target that could push our offense into the top 10 again. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could also influence our chances in the playoffs. Williams' track record suggests he could be a major X-factor in postseason battles, especially when facing stunts and blitzes. His ability to keep Daniel Jones upright and provide that extra second or two could be the difference in tight playoff games. Plus, with Williams in the fold, the Giants' odds of winning the Super Bowl could see a significant bump. Currently, we're sitting around +5,000 in the betting odds, but if this trade happens, those odds could shorten to around plus 2,600, an increase of approximately 48%. That's a huge boost for a team aiming to make a serious run, especially considering how crucial protection and interior strength are in today's NFL. Now, some skeptics might say, well, the 49ers are struggling a bit, and trading Williams could be risky. But the truth is, this trade makes a lot of sense for both sides. The Niners are prioritizing cap space and draft picks, and they're willing to part with a player of Williams's caliber for the right compensation. On our end, we're betting on Williams's health and consistency, and if he stays healthy, he instantly becomes the centerpiece of our offensive line, a true franchise cornerstone. For the Giants, this is a strategic move that's as much about windowing our Super Bowl hopes as it is about plugging a hole. With Thomas returning from injury and other young players developing, adding a veteran like Williams could be the final piece to unlock our full potential. In the end, this isn't just about one player. It's about the vision for the Giants going forward. Williams is a dynamic, visionary OL talent who could redefine what our offensive line can be. His ability to elevate the entire offense, protect Daniel Jones, and help us control the clock and field position makes him a potential transformational addition. If the deal goes through, it signals a clear message that the Giants are serious about contending and building a roster that can compete for a Super Bowl in the near future. And let's be honest, with a player of Williams's caliber, the sky's the limit. So Giants fans, I want you to really think about what this could mean. A fortified offensive line, a more confident Daniel Jones, a ground game that's more explosive, and perhaps most importantly, a shot at finally knocking down the door and winning our first Super Bowl since 2011. The NFC East is getting tougher, but with moves like these, we're showing that the Giants are not just here to compete, we're here to dominate. Keep your eyes glued to this story because if this trade happens, it's going to be one of the most exciting developments in recent Giants history. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think adding Trent Williams could be the key to finally breaking through and making a deep playoff run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the Giants. This is a moment that could define our season, so I want to know what you're thinking. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. Together, we're building something special, and with a move like this, the future looks even brighter. Let's go, Giants!